You're probably hosting too many open mics if you forget which club that you're at. Just saying. It's always so ridiculous when they have a comedian in front of a podium. We're some pseudo politician. You can tell that Rumrunners has spared no expense to make us feel very special. Instead of performing in what feels like a broom closet, we've moved the broom closet 10 feet over there, which I appreciate. I've never actually done a roast before, even though I've done comedy for 5 years. And then I realized, oh yeah, I don't know anybody famous, that's why. Now I'm actually doing a roast that I get to make fun of the other people too that are roasting, so I'll be doing that. They originally just, I was trying to explain to somebody what a roast is, because that's of course very common in places like New York, not so much here. And I was like, oh, it's where a bunch of comedians get together and they talk shit about some drunk chick falls over. And she'll indignantly say that she's not drunk.
She's really full.
He's really full. Easy. And they'll just say really mean things about each other. And so...
That's why cheers are...
Exactly.
Fuck the world.
Okay, why did this turn into a suicide note? What? Okay. No, okay, and so basically we just say really mean things about each other, to which my friend responded, oh, so they're just going to call this business as usual. Wyatt Belanger. I'm very glad. I think we should all be very proud that Wyatt Belanger, it is a miracle every time he comes on stage. Because usually, when you go through that many years of steroid abuse, the first thing to go is your funny bone. Stropisky. Honestly, the only thing I wrote down in here is I just wrote frustrated screenwriter. And then I was like, that's everybody here, including myself. Jesus Christ, I have nothing to make fun of you. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. That's like the worst thing that a comedian can do. I'm sorry. I have no mean, cruel thing to say about you. You bastard. Thought you were my friend. A lot of these people are nude, so like I don't really have like especially cruel things to say. Ryan Ross, I looked at your Facebook and it appears that you and your dog are melding together into one. Which is actually not that bad. Like, that's actually cool. Like, I have 2 cats, and when I die, they will eat me. So, you know, congratulations. Kate Rickers, sorry. You found out recently that you are not pregnant. Congratulations. Know this, Kate Rickers, when you do have a baby, and you will, it'll happen eventually, that kid is going to rebel against you, and they're going to be a fundraiser for the Democratic National Party. And I'm not even drunk. Party convention. All right, let's keep going. Victor Neely. I used to say that I would describe Victor Neely as, he kind of looks like the Amish person, the one that doesn't shower, that falls asleep on your shoulder at the Greyhound bus station. But he's cleaned up a bit. At this point now, he's taking, I guess, visual cues from Dazed and Confused outtakes. Which is cool, you know. Like, I should say that, like, I don't feel bad at all making fun of these people, because no one is intimidated by me. I'm the guy who came in here with a Book of the Month Club messenger bag, okay? So, not too worried. I wrote down Matthew Bergen. Is he actually here? Yeah, you haven't accepted my friend request. All the thing I wrote down is like, oh, likes Game of Thrones a lot. Probably a lot of fun in the sack. Like myself. Bruce Schulte. Let's be honest, Bruce. You have a pilot license. You're balding, you're white, and you're 40s. I'm terrified of you, and up until recently, I just assumed you were a serial killer. You fit every single profile until you were next to me. Now you're fine. Neil Torchiano. Neil. What did I say? I said Neil. Neil, this is true. I Googled this afternoon famous Filipinos. You know what it comes up with? First says Manny Pacquiao, second Imelda Marcos. You know what number 3 is? Number 3 just goes to Rob Schneider. And he's only a quarter. You guys can keep him. George Faust, you are a clown part-time. I'm not going to say anything mean about you because eventually you're going to come in here one day and kill all of us. Statistically, I'm right. I'm glad that Chris Coleman isn't here. Or at least I'm glad that Chris Coleman isn't drunk. Is he?
Yeah, he'll be here in a little bit.
Okay. Guys, don't get Chris Coleman drunk because he will start crying and then it gets weird. That's actually just good information to know. That's not even an insult.
He's just trying to give you a ride home.
I know, and then he will attempt to give you a ride home. Matt Collins. The thing that fascinates me about you, Matt, and I'm not going to say anything mean because you probably will be the only one here who is successful, so I'll need to use you later as a reference. Is I got to spend Thanksgiving with you, and that was awesome. And if anybody of you have ever had the displeasure of hanging out with comedians, they have the most fucked up home lives you can possibly imagine. So what weirded me out is he has the most normal family I've ever met. I have no idea how you got to be funny, Matt. It's like I think you went next door and got abused or something.
With Kelly.
That's true, there you go. Kyle, I will end with you, of course. Well, there's not much to say about a person who is late to their own roast. But my understanding is that you said that the reason that your relationship had well, not necessarily crumbled, it's just sort of you guys got bored. And that's valid. I don't know what I'm assuming that she doesn't know what she's missing, because who wouldn't want to be with the guy who wears shorts in the winter and goes like, huh? Nothing, huh? Shorts. See, I just realized that's not an insult. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm that dick face that wears shorts when it's snowing out. God, Farrell's awesome. I know, I am that dick face. We are all that dick face. I will end by saying that we should be honest here. Okay, like I have been a part of going away parties for different people who are going to LA over the years, and my favorite one was when we found out after the fact that it was, well, actually what happened was I worked for the Croc store in the mall, and I got transferred to the Croc store out in LA. That was not as cool as when you said before about how you're going out there to write a movie. But in all honesty, we should be jealous of Kyle. Kyle's going to places that we can only dream about. There are places where when they say offer not valid in Alaska or Hawaii, it doesn't matter. You get to be a part of those sales. Those offers actually apply to you. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys ever been there. The lower 48, they have weather there. They have malls. What I'm saying is take me with you. I'm Nathan Hall of the Crowd. Thank you, night.